Welcome to The Click. Today we will discuss all concepts in fractions. The learning targets of today's lesson is learning the fractions conversion, learning fractions property, simplification and comparison, and learning equivalent fractions and how to find a common denominator. So they might seem a little bit hard, but each and every one of them are very, very simple. So please pay attention. Our first part, fractions conversion. We have two types of fractions that will be converted into each other, and they are mixed and improper fraction. In order to change or convert improper fraction to mixed one, we first do the division, and then we place the remainder as the numerator, the quotient as the whole number, and the denominator as the denominator, so it doesn't change. Let's take a look at an example. So we have 17 divided by 3. So let's do the division. So I can fit 5 3's in 17. So 5 3's and 5 times 3 equals 15. I do the subtraction. 17 minus 15 equals 2, right? So now this is my remainder. This is my quotient. And this is my denominator, right? So let's now place them in their places. So I have the quotient as the whole number, so 5, my whole number. The remainder as the numerator, my remainder is 2. And the denominator as the denominator, so 3. So yeah, this is my mixed fraction. Now let's go with this one. 48 divided by 12. So 48 divided by 12. So 48 divided by 12, I can fit exactly 4 12s in 48. So I will write 4. 4 times 12, 48. 0, 0. When my remainder is 0, there is no need for me to write the fraction. Only the quotient is my answer. So 4. You know why? Because this is a complete division. And this exactly equals 4. So I don't need any fraction in here. So yeah, this was improper to mixed fraction. The second part, mixed to improper fraction. In order to do this, we multiply the denominator by the whole number and then sum the result with the numerator, okay? So we have a mixed fraction, and then we want to change it into improper. So we follow these steps. The order of this is a little bit mixed, as it's mixed fraction. So it's basically like this, 8 times 3 divided by 10. So it says that I should multiply the denominator by the whole number and then sum the result up with the numerator. So these two, if they are multiplied, they equal 80. And then 80 plus 3 equals 83. Now you might say that what's our denominator? Our denominator doesn't change again, so 10. And this is our improper fraction. The second part, it's like this, 3 times 8 divided by 17, or 8 17ths. So 17 multiplied by 3 or times 3 equals 51. 51 plus 8 equals 59. 59 divided by 17. So yeah, this is our answer. And this was the first part. Now let's go for the second part, basic concepts and operations. On fractions though. So we have fractions properties. So the thing that I've written in here, they were two properties, but I've mixed them up. So now we can say fractions property. Their property is, if you multiply or divide both the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same non-zero number, the value of the fraction does not change. So if I basically multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number, the value will stay the same. So for example, let's start with this one, 1/2, which is the most popular fraction. I want to multiply these two by 2, for example. So I want to multiply them by 2. 1 multiplied by 2 equals 2. and 2 multiplied by 2, 4. Just pay attention that the real multiplication, if you want to do the operation of multiplication in fractions, that's completely different. And here we just want to find, do the property. So we do this type of multiplication, okay? So 1/2, and now we have another fraction that has the same value as 1/2, okay? So this was it, and now another 1/2. Now let's divide them by 2 to see if this works. Divided by 2. 1 divided by 2 equals 0.5, and 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And guess what? Each and every one of these 4 fractions, or 3 fractions, 1/2, 2/4, and 0.5 ones, all of them equal 0.5. And that's why we say that the value stays the same. Okay. This one, fraction simplification. This one's very simple. To simplify fractions, divide both the numerator and the denominator by their GCF. So in order to simplify a fraction, we just divide them by their GCF. The GCF of 10 and 5 in this one, let's take a look at this one. Their GCF is 5, okay? So I divide each and one of them by 5. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 2, 1. And this is simplification. So this one, 100 divided by 25. I guess that their GCF might be 5. So 100 divided by 5, 20. 25 divided by 5, 5. 25 divided by 5. But I see that I can simplify these two again. So that it turns out that 5 was not the GCF of 125. So you can find that yourself. So I can simplify these two. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So this was fraction simplification. The next part, finding a common denominator. In order to find a common denominator, you need to find the denominator's LCM and then divide each denominator into the LCM and then multiply the result by the numerator, okay? So in here, I have 2 fractions. Again, 10 divided by 5, 100 divided by 25. And I want to do an operation, for example, addition, right? If I do the addition, I should have same denominators. And in here I don't have. So what should I do? I should find the LCM of our denominators, both denominators. 25 and 5, their LCM is 25. Now, what should I do with 25? I should divide 25 by each denominator and then multiply it by the numerator. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. 5 times 10 equals 50. 25 divided by 25 equals 1. 1 times 100 equals 100. And the symbol is, operation is plus or addition, because in here it's addition, right? So 100. And now I have my answer, which is 150 divided by 25. And I can simplify these two again, because 25 is a factor of 150. So this will equal 6. And this was our third part and the second part of this lesson, finding a common denominator. Now let's go for this one, fractions comparison. To compare fractions, you first take a look at the denominators and the numerators. If the denominators are the same, you look for the larger numerator. That means that our fraction is greater. If the numerators are the same, smaller denominator is greater. Why? I will tell you. And different both, if both of them are different, you make a common denominator, then compare. And how to make a common denominator? Well, we just learned, right? So let's take a look at the first example. 10 divided by 5, 11 divided by 5. The denominators are the same, so I know that the bigger numerator makes the fraction greater. So bigger numerator, 11. So this, let me pick another color. This fraction is bigger and greater. Okay, now this one. 100 divided by 25 and 100 divided by 60. Which one's bigger? 100 divided by 25. Why? Because let's picture a pizza, for example. I want to divide this pizza into 25 pieces, okay? And those 25 pieces are bigger than when I divide that pizza into 60 pieces. And that's why this fraction is greater. Okay, the last example. None of the denominators or the numerators, none of them are the same. So first I need to find a common denominator and then compare them based on their numerators. So the LCM of these two numbers, 10 and 55, is 110. 110 divided by 10, 11. 11 times 208, 308. And 110 divided by 55, 2. 2 times 54, 108. So it turns out to be that this one's greater. And this was fractions comparison. Oopsie. Okay, now we have our last part, which is equivalence. We have another part in fractions called equivalent fractions, okay? Equivalent fractions are fractions with different numerators and denominators, so basically different numbers, but the same value. They have the same value. And in order to find an equivalent fraction for another fraction, we need to multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Take a look at this. So I have 10 divided by 5. I want to, for example, multiply these two by 3. Okay, so when multiplied, this will equal 30, and this equals 15. And it's as simple as drinking water, and this is an equivalent fraction for 10 divided by 5. 30 divided by 15, right? Now let's take a look at this one. So I should divide these two by a certain number to find an equivalent fraction for them. So I divide them by, for example, 5. 100 divided by 5 equals 20. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. And this is our equivalent fraction. You just need to find a number and then divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number, and then you will divide or multiply both of them by the same number, by that number that you found, and then you have a brand new equivalent fraction for your fraction. And this was it. This was our lesson. And we're done. Thank you very much for being with me up until here. If you've got any question, feel free to ask in our Discord channel/group. Thank you. Sources page.